Oh, hey, friends. One day, probably in December, maybe in January, we're going to be on OBS and we're not going to have the cheesy StreamYard. StreamYard's been great. We appreciate you, but
Thank you
yeah,
for your service, but we're moving in a
oh,
different direction.
we're
going to be taking our talents to South Beach.
we're not going to Joe Flacco this though. This is not Richardson. You're out. Never mind.
Just kidding. Just kidding. You're back.
You're back.
It went so bad. It went so bad. We're gonna bring you back
Just
for the rest of the season. There's no chance Joe Flacco starts another game unless you tap yourself on out of a future contest.
I don't understand what happened there. Welcome in. It's,
Culture shit show. I love it.
We're fully off the rails, and we didn't even hit the start stream. We didn't even hit start stream. We got
lost in Twitter threads.
Oh my god! It's not. I checked. What?
Excuse my cough. I've been sick for about 4 days.
And excuse the mess. I am in the middle of moving.
I'm just getting torn down.
We're getting ripped down. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. It's look, we got a lot on the go. We got a ton to get through, but we want to talk. You want to talk some Airbnb first because we got to talk.
Yeah, I piqued your interest and then trailed off.
Yeah, let's go here.
All right, so I saw today on Instagram that Airbnb, you know them, you love them. They're advertising a collaboration with the Colosseum, the famous Roman Colosseum.
They do. I'm aware,
as you should be. So they're offering. It's on May 7th and May 8th. Guests can go to Rome, Italy. It's booked at $0 per person, which is suspicious. Each experience has capacity for up to 16 guests for a 2 to 3 hour experience. The patron will meet you at the Colosseum after sunset and lead you inside. Whether you emerge from this night victor or vanquished, know this, your eyes will embrace a sight not oft seen. Descend into the hypogeum. Think I'm saying that right? Sure. The underground chambers where gladiators prepare for battle. There you will don armor that most closely reflects your gladiator type, whether that be Myrmio, Thraix, Provocator. Traverse the torch-lit labyrinth bowels of the Colosseum where Maximus and countless other warriors walked before you. Savor the symphony of swords. Basically, what I'm getting at is we're taking a House of Reprehensibles field trip. Fuck permission slips. We don't need them. We're headed to Italy. Book it. May 8th, May 9th.
Let's roll.
May 7th and May 8th, excuse me. Well, let's get the dates straight before we really iron anything down here. But essentially, from the Airbnb website, we get to go to the Colosseum in person and fight each other to the death for free.
I mean,
up to 16 of us, so it's going to be a little bit of VIP members only, but I'm so in. I'm so in. I'm scared of Tao and Jeremy because they're behemoths, but outside of that, I think we got a good shot.
Tao's tall, but he's not like MVT. You're not built. He's real tall, isn't he?
Yeah, but it's range. It's the range with the sword.
Is the range. You're right. Yeah.
Like I can't get in there. You know what I mean? It's like when it's in like boxing. Same thing. I also saw, we can roll into this too. I saw today 25 minutes. How much money? I think it was like 25 million to survive 25 minutes with John Jones in an octagon. Like survive living. You don't come out dead. I was like, I'd be lucky if I made it 25 seconds. Same thing, range. As soon as he gets his hands on me, I'm done.
Yeah,
like every bone in my body twice.
I give myself like 11 seconds because I can run pretty quick. But like as soon as he'll cut me off.
As soon as my back hits cage, I'm done.
Yeah, it's
like, oh fuck.
Like, yeah. No, as soon as
I'm gonna get flying kneed and broken in half.
as soon as you have been grabbed, forget it. It's over. It's game over. I just have to hope for the best.
I hope that was an engagement farm, and they're just like, hey, everyone's going to be like, we can't survive 25 minutes. But the fact it was even a question was crazy. So you know what UFC fans look like? There's no shot.
I think that 11 is probably like my max RC. Like there's no way.
I would agree with that. 11 seconds is a great over under. I think that's
and I would probably I think it's a push for me at best. At best. I'm talking like
absolute perfect scenario.
My greasiest. I've got like
That was not the first adjective I thought that was going to be coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, you got to look. I gotta be greased up, and I got to have like tons of grip on the shoes, and I got to like or bare feet or whatever. But like as soon as you touch cage, you're done. Like you're just going to be running around the cage, and it's like I hope he doesn't.
Just picture like a first take
cut me off.
Segment where Stephen A is like, "Was this the greasiest we'll ever see armchair?" As he reached his peak.
I always like when Stephen A has to pick like who's the best out of something where he knows nothing about.
Oh, like those call-ins to like his show. It's fantastic.
Pokemon.
It's like, I don't know. Charizard looks kind of ferocious.
What? Oh, fully off the rails today. All right, let's get into some goodies here. I don't have NHL power rankings today, but I do want to talk some puck. We had some significant
Bruins decided to play hockey last night. It was only half a hockey game, but they played hockey.
Got the dub?
Got the dub. That's all that matters.
Montreal Buffalo played to a 7-5 game, which is
yuck.
Yeah, nobody wanted to play goalie. All of the lead changes were goals allowed like within like a minute of each other. It's like one goal scored, and then the same team would score another one within like 45 seconds.
Devils beat the Panthers last night.
Are Devils back?
I told you they'd be back, dude.
I was all on the Devils.
You laughed at me. You're like, they did this last year.
They did.
I came on here first night of hockey. I was like, the Devils might be good. They might be really good.
They might be. They still might be really good.
We'll see what happens. Jack Hughes woke up.
Big fan of the Jets right now. Big fan.
They're really good.
But that has spurred the question: is this peaking too early?
Yes. I only say this because you remember it was like January, maybe February. They started to peak last year. Started putting some wins together. They looked real good. And then the injury bug hit. Hallebuck went down. Shifley went down. And then all of a sudden shit started to taper off. And then we got to the playoffs and it was like, I'm not sure if they're really legit. And
they got to the playoffs and we were like, you're not legit.
You're not. It's not going to happen.
They got their ass beat, like fully beat.
So based on prior history, last year mainly, like I would say, yes, this is peaking too early. Look at Vancouver last year too. Remember how unstoppable they looked for the first couple months of the year? Where'd that get them?
It got them a date with Arthur Sheloves.
I like that Canucks team too, which like pains me to say because I want to hate them, but they got a lot of good players on that team. That's game in Tampa, RC. That seems like a wild game to go to. Why are you in Tampa?
He spends a bunch of time in Florida, I think.
Does he? Oh, all right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. He's a man of the people, and he's on the move. He's on the move.
I had a trivia for charity, we'll say, last week, and there was a question about Tropicana Field. It was like when Tropicana purchased the stadium, what stadium it was.
I thought it was like that RC.
I was like, damn, this RIP the Trop. We may never see baseball there again. Thank fuck. Got absolutely destroyed by the Hurricanes.
Someone, God, it was. I think it was PTI today. It was like, it'll be 2026 before they did it.
PTI existed.
I love PTI, man.
I used to forever. I just don't watch like actual TV much anymore unless it's
totally understandable. They literally were like, it won't play till 2026. And then Kornheiser said, not that they draw many people anyway. And it was like, still got them. Your old ass still chewing them out. I don't know where they're going to play. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know if they have a plan. To be
Also,
honest,
what a last name Kornheiser is.
that's a great last name. Oh, Kornheiser.
Corny.
Oh, corny. Jets are not peaking too early. And I say this because...
Could you get a more polar opposite between the NFL Jets and the NHL Jets right now?
No. No, you can't. One of them wins games and the other one doesn't know what a win looks like.
They've Garrett Wilson, dude. If Garrett Wilson caught a touchdown last week. Again, I've told this to everybody that I bitched about this to. Remind me to never bet on the Jets ever again. I know I shouldn't be.
You don't.
I shouldn't be. I know I shouldn't be, but I did it anyway. And every time I do it, they fuck me. Nobody fucks you like the Jets do.
NFL Jets suck.
They're so bad. We'll get to the NFL later. I'm not trying to
bad.
take away from the NHL Jets because they deserve it.
The NHL Jets are fantastic. 15-1. We've not seen a pace like this in a long time. It's been a long time. Juggernaut Rangers team still scored, but nowhere near what they needed. They allowed a double. This is 6-3 final. I was afraid of that game, fully afraid of that game. I didn't want anything to do with it. I thought it could go one of two ways. It was either going to be a blowout or it was going to be like a nobody scores kind of deal. Like Kyle Connor gets one. Also, how unfortunate to be named both Kyle and Connor.
It's like the two worst white names.
It's like, that guy's blood type is Monster Energy drink.
Yeah, facts. me and Bertie had our bit from Stone Sports said every Kyle should be renamed War Pig. So it's just the most douchiest thing you could possibly be named.
It's pretty awful.
Kyle's tough. Nobody wants. It's like, oh, my buddy. I can't. My buddy, my friend. It's like I can't tell them that his name's Kyle. They already have an image in their head.
I hate it. That's an awful name.
It's not good. Like at least he's a hockey player.
That's true.
I feel like they can look past it.
Can they?
I feel like there's a lot of Kyle types in hockey.
There are a lot of Kyles in hockey. It's true. Oh man. All right. Right now, who is your biggest? There's a bunch of teams that are kind of in the middle. I don't want to get into them because, frankly,
the Bruins,
here.
The Bruins are in the middle.
Bruins are in the middle. There are a lot of teams that are underperforming where they should be right now.
Save Sid, by the way.
Everybody,
shout out Doyle. Here.
Shit posting in both chats.
Appreciate you.
We love this. We love this. I just need I need to understand what's going on. The Ducks are the Sharks of this year now.
I know, and I didn't think they would be. I got kind of hot on the Ducks at the end of the year last year because I was winning bets on them, and I was like, they might be all right.
They're not. It was a false
flash in the pan. Just like
Trevor's going to be okay.
He's the perfect Duck because that's what they are. They're Trevor Zegras.
Trevor Zegras will get Trevor Zegras will get traded. He'll get traded.
Oh, he will. 100%.
He'll be fine. It'll be an overpay. It'll probably be the Canadians, and it'll be an overpay, and it will be Scott Gomez again for the rest of all time.
Fuck Scott Gomez.
That trade haunts me. You talk about like bad.
Clearly,
trades.
Nobody has said the name Scott Gomez in fucking a decade plus. I can tell it haunts you.
It's so bad. It was such a bad trade.
I just remember being a kid and being like, there's a Gomez playing hockey?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Rangers sent Gomez, Tom Pyatt, and Mike Busto to the Habs for Chris Higgins. Sure. Doug
Mike
Yannick.
Busto sounds like he makes pastries.
And just a young unknown defenseman called Ryan McDonough.
Stud.
That wouldn't come back to haunt us. I think Scott Gomez scored like 8 goals for the Habs over 100 years.
I remember them keeping him on the fourth line simply because they paid him too much money. They're like, well, he got a
huge cap. Yeah, you get a huge hit, and they were like, we're going to keep you.
You're going to play 6 minutes a night, but you're going to be here.
No, for punishment, they're like, you're going to play 200 minutes a night. You're on every line now until you get good.
This is your fault.
Get good. Just get good. That's your fault, not mine. Get good. I don't know if the Oilers are going to be all right. They're in tough. Strome, two on Caps. Oilers are in tough right now. Jets are rolling. Vancouver is kind of in that middle. Your Bruins are in that middle.
We shouldn't be. We look terrible. I feel like everyone is just like, yeah, like we're the Bruins. We always make the playoffs. It's like, no, we're god awful. We do not look good.
That division.
Thankfully, Marchand got the lid off last week with a overtime winner against the Flyers. Pasternak had the winner against the Blues last night. So hopefully we can jumpstart a little, get going, get Swayman back in the building for over a month now. Like maybe we'll start to cook a little bit, but I'm not confident. I understand people want to hype up the lower line guys. Like they're playing great right now. The problem's been the top line guys. I don't think the lower line guys are as good as they're playing. Like somebody has to score. Somebody has to do something on offense, and it's been those guys thus far, but I don't think it's going to hold up.
Is Ottawa good now?
We thought Ottawa would be good. Not good, but okay last
year. We thought they'd be better, but then they weren't.
They were terrible.
Trash. Yeah.
And you look at the roster and you're like, you have guys.
Should be better.
They
did shut out the Leafs, though. God, what a beauty that is.
You love that.
Love to see that.
Yeah.
Allmark with the shutout. Let's go.
I miss him.
Everybody does.
Fucking why can't I think of it? Corpusalo has been horrifically bad.
Yeah,
he's so bad. Everyone was like, yeah, he'll be all right. He's a pretty good backup, myself included. He's been awful.
Yeah, he's not been good.
No,
not been good at all.
Yeah, I'll take anybody with the last name that ends in OV or AV, something Av or Ov.
Yeah,
sure, it's got to be better.
Give me a Russian, please. Like literally.
Speaking of Shesterkin, contract details keep getting linked and nothing gets signed.
Where do we end with that? Where's that go?
He's gonna sign there.
For what? 8.5?
A lot. No, I think it's more than that. I think they're gonna push 9. It's crazy. The fact that they keep leaking these 8.25s, 8.5s, and nothing's getting signed makes me think that it's gonna be higher. Am I wrong though?
The carry price Montreal Canadiens would like a word.
I'm not telling you it's not dumb.
I know you're not. I'm just saying. I'm saying, have they not learned anything?
He is and he isn't, Doyle. You have a lot of good forwards. You have young guys like fucking Laffy. I agree you have to sign him, but we talked about this on a couple shows now. Paying that much into a goalie is handcuffing yourself. You can't do it. They only play 45, 50 games a year. Like
the Leafs put all of their money into top line forwards and a defenseman. And it hasn't worked for them.
I'll give you that, Doyle. He is all your defense.
100% he is, but it's like that's not helping. That's not a good argument.
And how are you going to improve said defense when Shesterkin has all of the fucking money? You're going to have to draft incredibly well, and those guys are going to be out the door in 2 seconds. Also, what's the term on, like, how long is this deal going to be? Because it's looking like 8 years. Am I wrong?
That's a long.
It's a long time. That's a long time.
I think the term is probably what's scaring New York away more than anything.
You got 5 rugbies playing defense, just fighting everything that moves.
Rempire's state of mind, man. Everybody's going to be just throwing fists.
They're cloning the fucking Remperor. They got Ryan Reeves on layaway. Everything's going in the fighting direction. Joe Mazzulla's just
amped. Just ready to go.
He's showing the Rangers fights to Tatum and Brown before the finals.
You do this now. You just start throwing elbows, and we'll see where it goes. I don't know. I think that they need to sign him. I think that 8.5 is probably the better number for them. But if it goes higher than that, I think it's nuts.
Nuts.
Give him 8.5. Give him 12 years.
9 is too much. 8.75 is too much.
Yeah, 8.5.
I go 8.5, whatever you want term wise.
So I said, give him more than 10 years. Give him 12 years.
Whatever you want.
Who cares? It's only money. You're going to put them on the LTIR at the end of the year, anyway, at the end of the contract anyway. It's what everybody does. They used to do. You remember when they front loaded contracts, so the guys would get paid in their prime, and then as they were like, oh, it's super tradable, and then the league's like, yeah, we don't like that. We don't like that. So we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop that. And now they're like, yeah, okay, we'll just put them on LTIR because they're old and injured. Shea Weber has no ankles. They're like, yeah, he's injured. He's on LTIR.
NHL, outside of MLB, because it's just luxury tax. I feel like NHL is the easiest cap to work.
This is the why. This is the why right here. Kovalchuk ruined it for everybody. Ruined it.
Absolutely
ruined it. Killed it. I couldn't believe it.
Everybody loves Kovalchuk, though.
What's not to love about the guy?
Exactly.
He was a unit.
He was an absolute unit. He's so fun to watch play. Thrasher's Kovalchuk was a fucking animal.
He just scored. Guy just scored. It didn't matter where he was.
So much.
But he never looked like he cared.
Never. He was just the most casual player of all time. He's just going about his business. He didn't look like he ever put an ounce into skating.
He didn't.
Just a scoring machine.
He's just like, I'll just put it in. So you want it now? It's like, yes. Like 8 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll put it in.
There's no urgency. He's like, I'll do it tomorrow.
They're down 5-2. And he's like, oh, you wanted to win?
Oh, that's my bad. Let's talk a little MLB for a second here. Not too much because we got a lot of football to talk.
So much Drake May propaganda that's going to spew out of this fucking.
There is. It's time again.
Kovalchuk is what Phil Kessel wanted to be.
Kovalchuk probably did smoke a pack of darts a day
with ease. He didn't even wake up with a weed, nothing. He felt like $1 million. It was fuel for him.
Fastest guy on my baseball team was our center fielder, and he smoked every day. Nobody could outrun that guy. Didn't understand it. Shout out Derek Andrews. I don't know what the hell he's doing now, but
that's wild. I know Derek Andrews as well.
He's real little, and he just
also very solid athlete.
So it's that time of year again when MLB teams start getting leveraged to create better contracts for players. And first up is my Toronto Blue Jays getting absolutely leveraged in the one
all the time,
all day long.
It's just a rerun of fucking Shohei last year.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it this year. I'm not getting excited about it. I understand what it is. I don't even care. I do find it.
You were offered a $600 million contract. You want to milk every penny out of that? Hit up the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, you want to make it 7? Call Toronto.
They'll run that price up real quick, and then everyone else will come in and poach you.
What I found most
nothing
interesting about the Soto leak was not that Toronto was listed as a possibility, because we all know that the Jays are going. They have one more year of like Vlad and Bo before they have to pay someone. Having money is not a problem. They have more money than they know what to do with. Just look up the Ted Rogers worth, and you'll understand what I mean. So paying the guy is not a problem. But the problem is he's not going to sign here. He's a Yankee. And I don't mean like in spirit and mind. It's not like Derek Jeter or whatever. I just mean the Yankees are going to re-sign the guy. I found it amusing that they listed the Red Sox on the list.
MLB TV was like, hey, projected lineup with Juan Soto. That's how you know it's real. You're like, oh, shit, they're projecting a lineup now? There might be a real interest there. I don't think it's going to happen either. John Henry will not pay that. If you weren't going to pay that to Mookie Betts, why are you going to pay it to Juan Soto?
See, the difference is I know that Ted Rogers will pay it to Juan Soto because he was 100%. Going to pay Shohei Ohtani. I just don't think he's going to sign here.
Agreed.
I would love to see it.
I think he would sign in Boston. We just won't offer the money that he's actually going to demand. Before the World Series started, on offshore books, his contract over under was a $600 million.
Over.
I agree. It's crazy because Shohei just signed for $700 and he pitches and hits, and you're like, okay, well, Juan Soto he hit for 285 this year, but I still think that's what he's going to get.
He hit for 285, but he hit for power. He would have had more home runs.
You just have to ask yourself, what will Steve Cohen pay for Juan Soto? And it's more than $600 million.
Yes. I think that you need to look at the Mets as a real contender here.
100%.
I think you need to look at Toronto as an outside shot because they have money.
I think the Red Sox are an outside shot too. I think they're in the race to keep up appearances and to potentially be like, do you really want to come here? Which he doesn't. He wants to go to whoever
I don't think the Dodgers are in the mix. Everybody says the Dodgers are in the mix.
I think it's one of the New York teams.
I think they say the Dodgers are in the mix, and I don't understand where that's coming from.
Just because they're in on everybody.
Where are they going to play him?
Oh, how long is that contract deferred for?
Right. They just that I don't that part I don't get. I don't know if this will be a deferred contract. I think this will be I want my money now. I'm not here for the team friendly. Like, let's get this done. But
Agreed.
Vladdy and Soto are buddies. They were playing Call of Duty, which it made everybody laugh. So everybody started getting amped up. And I think my exact words were, "No, stop it. I can't do it. I can't do it again. I can't." We're going to sign the Jays. You know who the Jays are going to sign? Bregman. Like 4 years past his prime, they're going to sign Alex Bregman.
I don't want Alex Bregman.
Nobody wants Alex Bregman. That's why we're going to sign him. Because we're going to offer him a better contract.
They're going to look at him and think Josh Donaldson.
They're going to look at him and say, "Oh, we got to give this guy a lot of money." Oh, it's red country? You think so?
It's not. He's just hype on Terry Francona. He's got my guy. It's not insane, Doyle. I just don't think it's going to happen. But in an ideal world, we sign Juan Soto. We trade Willie Abreu as the centerpiece of a package for Garrett Crochet, and we're in business. Make a run at one of the other top starters. See, if you get him, you get him. If you don't, you don't. We're not completely out of the question. I just don't see him leaving New York. I think it's going to be the Mets or the Yankees. I think it's going to come down to a bidding war between the two.
The only thing the Blue Jays needed last year to even compete was run scoring. They won Team Gold Glove, the best defensive team in baseball. Okay.
Also, your top two stars are on expiring contracts next year.
Yeah, they need to sign Vladdy. I don't care about Bo. Trade Bo.
I'm just saying it's not going to be a very appealing destination if you're Juan Soto and want to win.
It might. I mean, it might be though. It might be.
It's uncertain.
He left.
A certainty is that the Mets and the Yankees are always going to spend to compete. 100%. So, no matter what, as long as you're there too, they're 100% going to be doing that. So, I'm taking the safer bet that I'm going to have a chance to win a World Series rather than Toronto, where it's like they homegrew all this talent, and now there's a chance half of them are going to walk out the door. Are they going to do that again, or am I just going to be stuck here for a decade?
I don't think a decade. I think he signs like a 5-year stupid.
Yeah, because he's young enough he can get another one. Yeah. And he already bet on himself once.
And it worked out real well.
Are we not sure?
Real well.
Are we sure he doesn't just go out and sign like a 3-year deal for like $180 million, $200 million?
If you're the Blue Jays, I think your smartest play is to offer him like 3 years, $210 million, something stupid like that. I
don't hate that. I think that's a fantastic for them.
And then you give like 2 and a player option. You say, look, we're going for it. We want to win the rings.
We're gonna be trading shit. We're gonna go all in.
We're going all in. This is our make or break. If we win, we'd like an opportunity to sign you longer term, but like it's the Kawhi Leonard to the Raptors.
100%. I was literally it's literally the Kawhi deal.
Give you one shot. You got 2 years. If it doesn't work in the second year, we'll trade you with the option, and you can go sign an extension with someone else. But like I think that's the move if you're the Jays, probably the Sox too. There's a lot of like uncertainty there. If you're the Yankees, you're just going 5 or 7 or whatever at a stupid number.
100%.
Mets will go 10 years, $1 billion, and it'll be hard to say no. Who's going to be the first $1 billion contract
In sports or in baseball?
in sports? We're and the reason I ask is so Shohei hits $700 million, right?
Yeah, it's gonna come from.
It'll be from baseball.
I think. Yeah,
It will.
The only other thing
be
is the quarterback, and we're not there yet. And the market is gonna, I think, dwindle back down a little bit. We'll see.
You think someone in soccer? Maybe.
That's true. He is right. It's probably going to be somebody in soccer. Ronaldo the third. Who's what's Mbappe going to make?
Mbappe?
Yeah. What's he making right now? I don't know soccer, so.
Yeah, I don't know.
I could pick Chima's here. I'm sure he knows. But yeah, I think in the main four, it's going to come from baseball. And we probably haven't seen them yet because Shohei is going to get the closest. Like, he's such a unicorn in sports. Like, the fact that Soto's even being, like, compared contract-wise to him is crazy to me. Shohei does both at a top tier, an MLB all-star MVP caliber level. He pitches and he hits. Soto, while a fantastic player, yes, like, he's five-tool to a T. The guy hit 285.
But he hit stingers.
He does. He's a great all-star player, but the fact that he's bringing in $600 million is crazy to me. Would I pay it to have him on my team? Yeah, probably.
I mean, Ronaldo's got $500 million right now. Messi is $674 million. That was his big contract with FC Barcelona, and then it's the Mahomes deal at $450 million. That's going to be like football's going to get up there. They're gonna go crazy with that. It's the total value. It's not like the per year. Like obviously that matters, but like Chicago Bears are going to sign Caleb Williams to $1 billion deal or some shit. And we're going to laugh. We're all going to laugh. We are laughing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Caleb Williams stats for football that will tell you why you should not.
Well, let's get into football. It is time for our Week 10 recap. We have been the 3.5 under might be dead.
It might be dead. It might be dead. We lost to the Titans. I was like, it's got life. It's got so much life. And then we beat the Bears. And now we see the weak Rams secondary with new Drake May life in me. And I'm like, I don't know. There's a chance.
Are we like
last week?
Yeah, we're maybe feeling it a little. We're feeling ourselves a little too much. But
100%. But the under 3.5 is probably
that's dead. The schedule for the Patriots.
I haven't had a cash out in weeks and weeks and weeks.
Rams, Dolphins, Colts bye week. Anthony Richardson led Colts. Cardinals were probably dead then. Bills will have already won the division by this point by 11 games because nobody in the division is. They have a 5-game lead.
I think we finished with
everyone.
5.
We play the Bills twice. They're going to give us one of those. They're going to be resting starters for one.
I think we get 6 then. If you're counting the Bills, I really do think we beat the Rams this week. I know that's crazy. I think we do it.
Bills twice, and the Bills currently.
I'll take one of the Bills games, and then I think we beat the Colts. I think Arizona beats the shit out of us.
What wins? So the AFC right now, Kansas City 9-0, Buffalo's 8-2. Pittsburgh and
read the Jets record.
Oh, that's 3-7.
Just cause, yeah,
3-7.
Can't beat it.
The AFC East is 8-2 Bills, 3-6 Dolphins, 3-7 Jets, 3-7 Patriots.
Music to my ears, dude.
All horrendous. I think that
we had like a 0.6% chance to make the playoffs. Before the Bears win.
Yeah. So looking at this, I think that you're probably 13 wins gets you like comfortably into the first round bye.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Kansas City's got 9 right now.
They might not lose again.
Well, they play Buffalo this week, and Buffalo's been winning very.
This is the one. If they beat Buffalo, they probably win out.
I would agree. So
And
Kansas
we all
City,
thought they were going to lose to the fucking Broncos, and then all of a sudden, a blocked kick out of nowhere. I was literally, I'm sure I was scrambling to my phone to try to bet the Chiefs money line. Blocked out. I was like, fuck, we're behind. And then all of a sudden the block kick came and I was in disbelief. I tried so hard just to put a couple bucks on it. I'm sure it would have been ridiculous odds at that point.
Yeah. Steelers, Ravens are in a dogfight for AFC North. They'll beat up each other. I want to talk about the Steelers a little bit today because very confusing team. Very confusing team.
Is it?
Yes.
I think their defense is fantastic and their offense sucks. I feel like they're pretty black and white. They're a fringe playoff team because their defense is so fucking good. I still don't know why Russ keeps getting love. Like, watch those games. He is not playing fantastic. He looks slightly better than Denver Russ. I'll give you that, but he's still under
Denver Russ. Way better. Come on now.
I don't know about Way.
Okay.
He's not doing much. They're making plays. Yes, they're winning football games, but I haven't seen anything wrong.
What do you want him to do? What do you want him to do other than win the game?
All right, fair enough. The defense is winning. The defense is winning the game.
The 28-27 game, the defense won.
All right, whatever.
So they've scored in the last 3 weeks, which have all been Russ weeks. Yeah.
Yep.
28, 26, and 37. The Raiders, they scored 32. They lost to the Cowboys. It was 17. They lost to the Colts. They scored 24. Chargers, they won. These were the shitty Justin Field games.
I'm not saying the Justin Fields games weren't shitty.
Oh no! Let's not pretend this is an apology tour for Justin Fields.
I still think the offense sucks.
18, 13, and 20. They could be a lot worse than they are. I think that maybe we're looking at the Steelers a little too critically instead of as they're like on the grand scale, which is all you want them to do is win the game. They have a great coach, and that helps. Russ is not being asked to do everything. He was like in Denver, he was being asked to do everything with a shitty coach who didn't like him. So, like, of course it didn't go well.
He's not very likable. Let's be real.
He's really not.
He's this week, really not.
So this week they've got the Ravens.
Not a good game for them. Probably going to be a loss. I don't even know if Tao's in the chat right now, but those Ravens jerseys were carbon copies of the Vikings, were they not?
Yeah, they're pretty much the Vikings.
They were a little ridiculous.
Weird sideways bird.
Yeah, Tao called it a crackhead pigeon.
God damn. Ravens are only field goal favorite to win. And the over-under is 47.5. I'm just saying maybe it's not the same old Steelers. It's not the Kenny Pickett led. We've got nothing but Najee Harris and Pat Freiermuth. Also, shout out Mike Williams for the troll shot.
Oh, that was awesome. I saw Aaron's response to it, too. I saw somebody respond to that being like, yeah, no, he saw it. He knows. He doesn't like Mike Williams, and he hated it.
It makes me like it even more.
100%.
I'm not a huge Mike Williams fan. I thought he was.
I'm not either, but watching Aaron Rodgers spiral, there's not
he was much, great.
Not much quite like it.
He was great for the Chargers for a minute, but they already got 9 wins. I mean, look, they don't have 9 wins. They got 7. Got to get to 9. They'll be fine. Uh,
It's like barely week 10, dude.
they've got 7
Mine is
wins.
aggressive, Tao.
Yeah. I think that they're better. All right, let's talk about that Bears loss. 7 sacks. Patriots defense showing up after getting dog walked the week before.
Hey, clap it up. Phones down. Phones down, armchair.
Phones down.
Clap it up. Clap it up for that defense, huh?
Defense, they came to play.
They did. They showed up.
I've been waiting for it because
we knew
they were better.
Shane Waldron just jumping into the fire. Or maybe it made the defense look good, but hey, we'll take it. That was the best showing I've seen in a minute from that defense. 9 sacks. 9 sacks from the guys.
That's unreal.
Unreal.
That is unreal. They
defense was fantastic. Big ups for the Pats D on that one. Keon White with Barmore's coming back this week too. Not this week, next week probably. They expect him back at practice by the end of the week, and then hopefully good to go next week.
Barmore's a dog.
Barmore's a dog, and the amount of double teams that Keon White draws on the edge. You can't guard Christian Barr. Exactly. What are you going to do? If they add a piece or two, draft, free agency, whatever it might be for that pass rush, it might be nasty next year. Because Barmore and Keon White alone are going to draw 3 guys.
Nice 3rd round edge piece. Because the first we need offensive line in the first round. Please and thank you. Maybe a wide receiver.
O-line, wide receiver, edge rusher, O-line. Hopefully one sticks.
Yeah, just need a couple. We don't need a lot.
By the way, shout out to Montre Jacobs on the tackles position. He was the 3rd highest ranked by Pro Football Focus this week. Been pretty good since they gave him the starting gig against the Niners.
It was they've been great. They've been great.
I'd like to see him more and on Wenu on the inside more, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Regardless, the offense, this was the worst Drake May game we've seen yet. Still wasn't terrible, but was not great. And we still got to win. First Drake May win. Yeah.
He's done well.
He's done super well. All I've seen this week so far, like since Sunday, has been him mic'd up and how fantastic he was mic'd up.
He's great mic'd up.
That's a leader. Mac Jones sitting down and doing breathing exercises on the sideline was not leading an offense. That was, this guy's fading away from the moment as we speak. We're watching him die on the sideline. Whereas Drake May is hyping up the offensive linemen, getting the receivers ready. Every time in the huddle, he's like giving some motivation. That's all you need. Like, he has the entire offense bought in, and he's been the starting quarterback for 4 weeks?
Rook has it, man. The Rook has it.
He has it. He has every bit of it. And every time I watch him play, I can't stop seeing Josh Allen.
Let's talk about Josh Allen, who had maybe his worst game of the year.
Still won.
The
Bills defense lives off of turnovers. They give up so many yards, and then they get a pick at like the other team's 20, and they go down.
Sounds familiar. I find it amusing that they're going to take Flacco out. He threw for 272 yards.
He had 3 picks in the first half, Armchair.
Yeah, but he had 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen also had 2 picks. You know who had a bunch of picks?
Flacco's picks were bad. Those were bad picks.
They were bad picks. Jared Goff had 5.
As a Josh Downs investor,
okay, that's fair. He's bad.
Those were bad picks.
The whole thing is bad. I'm out on the Colts for anything.
I am too. I thought they were going to be a wild card team. I'm out. I'm so out.
No, way out. The Bills keep winning in unspectacular fashion.
Correct.
Lunch pail, go to work. They just get it done.
The Josh Allen, fuck it. Maybe Matt Collins is down there ball.
Matt Collins.
I hate Mac Hollins so fucking much.
What are you?
Anytime I need an anytime touchdown from a team Mac Hollins is on, he's got the touchdown, and it's never on him.
Mac Hollins, what even are you? Are you a viable option?
A mush. A jinx.
he is not he's not a regular wide receiver because he doesn't play enough. But then he shows up and he's like, I get tutties.
I'm gonna catch 345. Will Fuller, same guy.
Yeah.
Same guy.
Yeah. I suppose we should mention the G-men getting beat.
I saw somebody on Twitter post Daniel Jones being a starting quarterback for the Giants for 6 years in a row is the biggest example of white privilege I've ever seen in my life. Can't disagree. The fact that starting snap so good.
Yeah, that's it. You're not wrong.
It's crazy. Duke. You went to Duke, armchair.
I was a Daniel Jones apologist for a lot of years. I wanted him to have a chance, and then the Giants were like, "Never mind, we're going to trade Saquon. We're going to let him walk." Sorry, and it's like, what are you? But that's your guy.
Saquon Barkley is single-handedly saving Nick Sirianni's career.
He is absolutely
and that O-line. I'm not going to not credit that O-line. It's the best.
It's a great O-line, but
it's the best in the business. They're so good. Lane Johnson's on another planet. Brett Coleman just posted a video yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, about how good Lane Johnson is. It's insane.
Saquon doing Saquon things, and Danny Dimes has two guys he could throw to and hits neither of them. Who would you rather?
Video, and it was like, this is what Daniel Jones does with an open pocket. And I thought it was like a pro Daniel Jones tweet, and he just spiked the ball in the dirt. I was like, oh.
All right, so
that got rolled out in Germany at 9:30 in the morning, and they expected me to watch.
It was ugly.
Asinine.
But I did.
Nobody wants. I did. Yeah, I woke up. I was sick. I wanted to be sleeping. I took cold medicine. I was like, I'm going to sleep till noon. It's going to be great. I woke up, armchair, at 9:28. I went, motherfucker, I'm not falling back asleep. And then I bet on fucking Tyrone Tracy and Xavier Legette, which that video of Legette trying German food.
Yeah. Aces.
He's so good. That accent is crazy.
You need to pick. See, he's the one that can't say asparagus.
Yeah, spargus.
You have to choose a starting quarterback to build your team around, and your only options are Daniel Jones or Caleb Williams from that last game, where he literally could not hit a wide open Colquitt in the flat.
The fact only Shane Waldron was fired was a miracle. I would have looked at every person in charge of that offense and gone, get the fuck out of here. All of you, get the fuck out of here.
Gridiron Heights. Eberflus lost. I lost my locker room. And he's walking around the parking lot looking for the locker room. Gone. That's where it is. They're gone.
Do you want to hear what stats the Bears ranked last in on offense?
Yeah, give them to me.
Yards per drive. 19.1, dead last. Offensive TDs per game, 0.67, dead last. EPA per drop back, that's like expected points, basically. So it's like how many, if your quarterback drops back, how dangerous is he? Can he create a touchdown in one play? Negative 0.33. Completion percentage, 50.5, dead last. Sacks allowed per game, 6, dead last. Percent of drives ending in a touchdown, 5.9, dead last. One thing they have the most of, though, percent of drives ending in a punt, 55.9.
You're not going to punt a lot this year.
Not going to punt a lot this year, Tor Taylor. You're not going to be doing it. This offense is going to be polished. Look at all these weapons. I walked into the best situation that any rookie quarterback could walk into. Just like the Jets, highest expectations we've had in years.
Better situation than CJ Stroud walked into.
Way better. Incredibly better. Everyone, myself included, said those Texans would be picking at the top of the draft next year with the Cardinals pick.
4,000-yard passer, 5th guy to ever do it. Caleb Williams said he was also going to pass for. It's going to be the Bears' first ever 4,000-yard passer. I don't know what his stats are, but I'm fairly certain he's not even close to 4,000 yards.
More nails painted than completed passes.
What's his? Let me see your season. What's his season stats?
It's not good. I thought he was putting
yards.
it together. There was a second I was like, oh, he's improving. There's like a 4-week span. He improved every week, and now he's gotten worse for like 3 weeks in a row.
1785.
I told you Drake May was catching a body this week. I thought it was going to be Eberflus. Thought we were going for the big fish. But I'll take Shane Waldron.
We'll take Waldron.
We added him to the Hall of Pain. The Drake May Hall of Fame.
Just conversely, Drake May, who has played 5 games as a starter, has 954 passing yards. Caleb Williams has played every game, has
a whole bunch of rushing yards too.
Also, I don't know if you know this, Patriots wide receivers, booty cheeks. Absolutely.
One of them's literally named Booty.
One of them is named Booty.
One of the better ones.
Shout out Jalen Polk, touchdown. Hey there.
Hey,
we
played football this week.
Week too late. All right.
Here we go, J Polk. Polk.
We gotta talk quickly.
Commanders, Eagles.
We can, and then we got to talk quickly about Lions.
Yes, definitely. The Texans jerseys were fire, by the way. Again,
jerseys were fire. Game was less than fire.
Still under the impression they should switch to a red base permanently.
100% agree.
Do you want to do Lions first or Commanders, Eagles?
Let's do Commanders, Eagles first.
All right, cool. I think the Eagles are going to dog walk the Commanders.
I also feel the same way.
Marshawn Lattimore out. Commanders rush defense. By the way, we just mentioned briefly Saquon Barkley and how fantastic he's been for the Eagles.
Yeah,
Saquon Barkley in Philly is what we were sold he was in New York for years and years and years. Like when he came out of the draft, we were like, this is the best running back prospect we've seen in forever. He's going to be fantastic. And then he went to the Giants and he was just hurt and showed flashes of being what we thought he would. Soon as he hit the Eagles with that offensive line and the rest of the team around him, unfucking stoppable. Commanders run defense. Rush yards allowed per game, 142.1, 28th in the league. Rushing first downs allowed per game, 7.9, 26th in the league. Rushing yards per attempt, 4.8, 28th in the league. Patriots are worse than that. Rushes of 20-plus yards allowed, 10, tied for 27th. The last 3 games against the run. Steelers, 140. Giants, 164. Bears, 202. I think the Eagles have a chance to run for 300 yards against the Commanders.
I will take all the Barkley, and I will take all the Jalen Hurts.
All of it. Jalen Hurts is minus 100 for a touchdown right now. He has 8 in 4 games.
I'm curious what his rushing prop is, because whatever that is, I'd take it.
I would just parlay his fucking tutty and the Eagles minus 3.5. It's like plus 234, 243, one of those. And I'll live with that. Live with that. I'll take it. I like the Commanders. I really do. I think they've played well above their capacity this season, but Philly's gotten hot the last couple weeks, and those are not promising stats. I think your defense needs a ton of work. I think Dan Quinn's a good guy to do it, but needs a lot of work.
I agree completely. Lions hang on they don't hang on. They win the last second kickoff, I guess.
5 picks, and they won.
5 picks. Are you worried at all about that? Or is that a one-off kind of bad game? They've had a couple now where
I was going to ask you what's a bigger, is that more of an indictment on the Lions or the Texans? Like the Texans couldn't win a game where they threw 5 picks, or are the Lions that good they came back after throwing 5 picks?
I think it says more about the Lions than it does I think the Texans are a young team. I think that they've got a young quarterback, a young-ish defense. They have a lot of the pieces in place. They don't have all their weapons. There's no Diggs. I mean, John Mechie's in his
Titus Howard literally strip sacked CJ Stroud from the offensive line at the end of the game. That was crazy.
Mechie is like literally recovering from like leukemia or something.
Still caught a tutty.
Still like going off, but like he's not 100% yet. He's still getting up to speed in the NFL. And
I think they really thought
that.
Collins was going to be back this week too.
No Collins, so you've got one guy. It's like it's Tank Dell and Mixon. Like those are good guys to have, 100%. But like you don't have Amon-Ra and Gibbs and Monty and Laporta and Wild Jameson Williams sightings, and like it's just the team should be better. The Lions should be better.
Unarmed Jameson Williams sightings.
They should not be. They should not be winning those games, though. They should not be losing those games. But you threw 5 picks, and that to me is more concerning. Goff has had 3 games in a row now where he has been the worst of the 2 quarterbacks in the game and still gotten the win.
I don't think he was worse than Jordan Love.
He wasn't worse than Jordan Love. You're right.
I'll give you 2. I'll give you 2.
2 of the 3. The defense has bailed them out.
With no Aiden Hutchinson.
With no Hutch.
Which is promising.
If you're going to the Super Bowl, though, which is aspirations, I think that's where our expectations are for this team.
I still think it's a Chiefs-Lions Super Bowl, which I know is not like a hot take. It's I think that's the way it's going.
If that's the way it's going, the Lions need to figure something out because you won't beat Kansas City that way.
No, you won't.
You
cannot throw 5 interceptions.
It'll be over. You'll lose by 20.
At least.
It's brutal. All right.
Especially against a Spags defense.
Yeah, forget that.
Forget it.
It's
get it.
We got fully off the rails.
I have one more football question that I meant to get to in the Pat segment.
Yeah, okay. Let's do it.
If we had an expansion draft right now,
yep,
you're only allowed to protect 5 players from the Patriots.
Yeah.
Who are you protecting? It's May.
It's Drake May. It's
Gonzo.
It's Keon White.
Yep.
Probably Barmore.
Yep. And then it's Pop or Mondre, right?
Yeah, it's probably Mondre for me. I think we can get
agree.
another Pop.
I agree.
Not there's I have no that's no disrespect to Douglas at all.
I'm glad we have the same top 5 on that. That's promising.
I think that you're
also. I think there are 6 players on the team I'd protect. Period. I'd be like, can I get one more and you can have the rest of them? Like I don't even care if they come back. I'll build a whole new team.
No protecting Joey Sly. Get out of here. I'm just kidding.
60-yard field goals, though.
I'm just kidding.
60-yard field goals.
All right, hit us with
is like a 70 anywhere else.
I know. Shades of Vinatieri.
Do we want needles or genetics?
Genetics.
Okay. Okay. I think it's a good choice, to be honest. A DNA testing company vanishes. A DNA testing company that promised clients insight into their genetic disposition has suddenly disappeared, the BBC reports. It's tried several methods to reach the company, but failed in every single effort. London offices are closed, nobody answers the phone, and clients are no longer capable of accessing their online records. All the company's social media accounts have been updated since 2023 at the latest. Armchair sidebar, have you ever done 23andMe? Any of those?
I did Ancestry.
Okay. The atlasbiomed.com domain appears to be inactive. Customers were only able to look at their test results online. These are not downloadable, so now they are not only unable to see them, but also have no idea what has happened to this data that has mysteriously vanished. Although there is no evidence that any of the data has been misused, it is worrying to not know who has access to said data, especially now that the investigation shows that there might be ties to Russia. While 4 out of 8 company officers have resigned, 2 of those that remain are listed at the same address in Moscow. That happens to be the same address as that of a Russian billionaire who is described as a now resigned director of a genetics company.
Sure.
DNA testing has become so commonplace that many people have blindly participated without truly understanding the implications. It has always been a problem to figure out who you could trust with your genetic data. For some people, it's their cheapest chance of finding out whether they are affected by some genetic disorder. Fair enough. I, for one, have never done any of them.
Mhm.
If anybody asked me to spit in a cup and send it in the mail, I'd be like, no. For why?
Mhm.
Does not shock me, and I don't feel bad at all.
I'm not
But
surprised.
those people are all going to have clones made after them, like shortly.
Probably.
Like, oh, guess what? Your iPhone gives you tinfoil hat time. Your iPhone gives you cancer, and the only way out of it is to clone yourself. We'll put your brain in your clone, and then all of a sudden you're a sleeper cell.
There's a whole bunch of Russian Americans now being created in a lab.
100%. Shosturkins,
There's a whole bunch of
Gorgievs, a bunch of Ovs and Avs.
Dubovskis being created.
Dubovsky.
Yeah.
Dubovsky just puts away vodka.
Yeah, that's all he could do.
This is vodka bot.
We did them here because I was always interested in where I was from in terms of like the genetic makeup. I didn't really care about diseases and shit like that.
Fair enough.
Like
it is interesting. One of my grandmothers just did it and discovered a bunch of shit. We owned the Mayflower, one of our ancestors.
My ancestors, like all the way back in Germany, were like kings, but like so far back that it doesn't matter.
Crusader kings?
I don't have any like castles or anything like that. So shit. Hoping for long lost cousins, got nothing. So that's what it is. All right, that's it. That's it this week.
Right. You picked right on the story, by the way.
Yeah.
The other one was tough.
Yeah, it was. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 shows. Definitely 4, maybe 5 shows left before our holiday break. We will not be doing one on Christmas Day. I have a child, so it's we're not doing that. But Dubs might stream.
I got
you find him at Stone Sports Podcast on Twitch. Absolutely need to. One you know about. You might. You'd have to do a 23.
I'm not spitting in a cup, dude.
Do an ancestry. Do it. Do it. For Dubs, I'm Armchair.
We'll see you. Fingernails and eyelash. I'm good.
We'll see you next week here on Grey North Sports. I don't even know what to say anymore. Peace.